So here we play against Arasan 25-2, just giving a little credit. Awesome dudes. I don't know if it's actually derived from Stockfish. I don't know. I have no clue how this was developed, whether this is really just a GUI and on top of an engine, of a well-known engine, or whether they implemented the engine themselves, which is also quite plausible. I mean, there are many people who have built incredible chess engines, but I thought, why would I want to play a person? Yeah, if I can just dramatically lose against an engine. And of course, the first move is this one, then you play the knight, then he would play the knight to protect his pawn. So then I will try to, not beat, which would be the direct German translation. I try to catch his knight, take his knight, because then this appears to be unprotected. So I could catch this, but of course he comes with the queen. And now the queen, I have to remove it, right? I mean, I don't know whether there's a book move. Okay, there still is a book move, but the book move really just tells me white g4. That seems terrible. Yeah. What now, huh? And e3. Wow. So against me, he would probably still demolish me, but he thinks I'm smarter than I am. But we're probably still very, very close to him winning, right? It's only the 8th move now. Okay, let's attack to win a tempo. Yeah, he would probably develop his bishop to then mate me here. So one way to prevent this and also gain a tempo is this move, but now probably his bishop will come. And I don't have any way to get this. I mean, sure, this position is protected, but then also have to give this up in order to get out with my own bishop. So I think if I press go in order to have the computer make a move for white, at some point it will just say white resigns. I mean, this is also a move you wouldn't do as a human, right? Because, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably I would just expect for him to trade this knight against his and then move the bishop here. Most people, right, when they play chess, I once recall how Magnus played against, I would just have the computer do a move for me. I once recalled Magnus play against Bill Gates, and for every move that Bill Gates was supposed to make, he would just say, what am I supposed to do? What do I play?
This is getting messy already. Let's see, what am I supposed to do?
Because that's always the case, right? If you play an obvious move, then there's an obvious counter to it. And if you play a non-obvious move, then it feels like you're making a pointless move. And it requires a lot of patience that I don't feel I have. And then, of course, once you're on the pro level, people literally learn these number sequences. And they basically mimic what a computer would do. Namely, traverse the tree of all possible moves, compute it to like 20 moves, or what is it here? Yeah, about 20 or whatever, moves ahead, and then check what the best position after 20 moves is under whatever the opponent plays, and then just go for the best forcing line. So now it would seem to me that since the bishop is worth more than a knight, I would just trade the knight against the bishop. But it's not even my move, okay, because I had my computer play for me, so now the computer has to play for itself. Ah, okay, and it already traded the knight. So now I have to... Of course, it's now super important which one. Yeah, so it's the queen, right? But how would you know this? You would have to calculate a few dozen moves ahead, which is totally not something I'm capable of doing. And then he will move the bishop probably in the next move, and this will give him a tempo, and then we will also mate me. So why would he play bishop d2? Ah, no, here I played bishop d2. How would this help? So this is also one thing. Often the engine will play optimally, even if it's already a lost game, right? So he might willingly play a stupid move like trading the queen for a pawn or for a bishop, because this will prolong mate by the maximum amount of moves. Even though as a human you would just naturally say, okay, this is a reasonable position to give up in. Yeah, I would now really want to know why he doesn't play the bishop. There are a few bugs. So if I say at one point that the computer plays white so that I can play black, this seems to be a much more reasonable line. Ah, okay, I see what's going on. So this knight prevents checkmate. So I'm not that lost, actually, as white. Sure, he forced a queen trade. This is also the next thing, where you blunder a position because you think that you would lose, or the other one could play a move that actually he cannot play. And then you don't know why he doesn't play it, and you think that he's going to play this in the next move and try to prepare for this. But then, yeah, I think I just hate chess. At least I didn't lose a piece here, but now white certainly will have to move the left rook. Ah, no, he can make a Zwischenzug. Okay. Now I'm excited really, because as a human, I would play for this one, yeah. And now you have to play the left rook, the right rook. Then how do you develop this? Did I already say how much I hate chess? This is also, you would think, wow, this gives me a tempo, but because the only reasonable threat you can make is a check, and this is completely covered by the rook and the bishop, I don't see why you would play this. Probably just to prevent the king from fleeing. Yeah, let's just speed up the rest. So this is going to be a trade, I guess? No. Yeah, that's also funny, right? When people get into a position where they could trade everything, and then one party says, yeah, let me just quickly improve my position before we trade. I mean, it makes sense because it's a game, right? But in games, people get to be their most savage selves, both just improving their positions a little bit. And of course, this is also one thing, right? You wouldn't do this as black. You wouldn't have started improving your position, and then you wouldn't have continued as white to improve your position if that increment of your positional improvement isn't being an improvement to the overall situation for you, right? I mean, if black would say, okay, I improve my position, he improves his position, that's in total better for him than just trade immediately. And then also the question is it worth thinking about it when after the trade you can improve your position anyways? I mean, these are different colored bishops. They will not interfere with each other. Black has all its pawns now on white except this one. Seems to me like a draw. Okay, now comes the trading point. Probably with the bishop for an immediate threat. And then he cannot save this pawn. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. Why would he do this? So I would just take it now. You cannot threat me with yeah, now I just lost the opportunity. Now we just traded, but I could have won. Wait, this is a position, right? Now he plays this. Okay, this is already too late. Can't be earlier. So I play this. He catches this, right? Yeah. And then let's just continue. Now I'll play this one. Okay, so there's really no way to win this. Ah, that's awful. So it will end up in a draw. Because this looks unprotected. Anywho, I think this is boring enough for a game. Let's just stop.